7 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Getting hired in Milwaukee. The city is hosting multiple job fairs this year to help members of the community get hired. Workforce Outreach Specialist Jason Thompson says this.
The most rewarding part is when I actually hear people tell us that they appreciate us being here and when they ask us to do more. It dispels the myth that, first of all, people in Milwaukee don't want to work, right? That's a typical mythology. But then it also dispels the myth that employers are afraid to come into the city and connect with people.
The next job fair will be on July 24th at Sherman and Washington Parks. A Milwaukee woman is charged with stealing from a grocery store and making bomb threats. 49-year-old Andrea Cloud Jones faces 2 felonies for taking items from the Pick and Save near 84th and Blue Mound on the 4th of July. The store manager found her putting food and alcohol in her bag, then trying to walk out without paying. When confronted, Cloud Jones said she was an FBI agent and had placed a bomb in the store. She was later arrested at a nearby Starbucks. The bureau director of the Wisconsin State Patrol and his wife are dead after a shooting in their home. David and Teresa Papps were found dead in their Middletown home Tuesday by a family member. Authorities say their son, James Papps, shot the two and then fled the scene. Papps' car was later spotted near Viroqua in Vernon County. Law enforcement approached the car and determined Papps had died by suicide. The Dane County Executive's office says the gun used in the shooting was legally purchased. Fallen Milwaukee police officer Kendall Corder will be laid to rest today. Following a celebration of life and funeral at Elmbrook Church in Brookfield, a procession will bring Corder to his final resting place at Wisconsin Memorial Park. The public is welcome to watch the funeral procession this afternoon, running along Barker Road and Capitol Drive in Brookfield. The burial will be a private ceremony. This has been your news update. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on the new 1017 The Truth.
Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. I guess it'll be a semi-pop-off Friday. A semi-pop-off. I am going to pop off about Beyond the Mic, though. Sherwin should be joining me around 5:30 or so I get to holler at him and see what he doing and see if y'all gonna join him and all that stuff. So it's from 5 to 7 today at Mr. B's up on 86 and Brown Deer. And he better have my show on. That's what I'm gonna pop off about. He better have my show on. So when y'all go in, if they playing music, ask him, how come y'all not listening to Dr. Ken? Ask him. Go go in and ask Sherwin, say, hey, Sherwin, turn on Dr. Ken. See what he say. He'll probably get mad like, what? I ain't playing him. I ain't put him on my show. What's going on with that? So it's Friday. It's overcast. I thought it was going to be nice today. It wasn't. It's a dreary, cold day. Like, dude, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. See this? Hang on. I don't know if I can do it. Well, wait a minute. Let me do this. Let me get on YouTube to see how I can do this. Because, yes, I'm acting kind of silly today. Because it's Friday. I had all Friday music lined up. I didn't send it. All songs that had Friday in it. You know why? Because I ran out of songs. I actually ran out of songs. Because I found out it's not a lot of songs that have Friday in it. So all right, so let's see. See this? Can you see this? That's how I dress today. I got New Balance shoes. I got Brooks Brothers socks. I got Brooks Brothers shorts. I got a Brooks Brothers shirt. I said, I'm going to be blue today, right? In honor of Officer Carter, said I wear police blue. I got a blue watch band. I even got a watch with a blue face. I got blue glasses. And it rained. I'm like, what? What is going on? Of course, I checked the weather service and they said it was going to rain. They said off and on, it ain't stopped raining. So I'm a little salty today. Hey, what's up, Quanda? How are you doing? Sincere Ronnie Real. I keep saying his name wrong. Sincere Ronnie Ray Real, not really a city girl. What's going on? Where you been? Where you been? Tenji is here. What it do? Everybody show up on Friday because it's Pop-Off Friday. They want to hear what I'm going to get into, what I'm going to get mad about. But before I do that, I want to share a few stories about today. We all know today they're laying Officer Carter to rest. And for most of the week, I really didn't want to talk about it. A lot of my teammates were very understanding when they had questions about stuff, and I was like, I don't really want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. But there's some reasons why. Some of them I've shared before, but I thought I'd put them all together in one piece. I've had a few things late in my career, but I want to tell you about some things that happened to me early in my career. Because when you look at 30 years of law enforcement, 29 years of law enforcement, you get a little jaded. And then I remind people, isn't that what you ask police to do? You ask the police to do the things that you don't want to do, like deal with certain things in life. So that's what we do. And I switch back, and people are really quick to say, it's not... You ain't a cop no more. I'm like, that's like telling somebody in the military they're not in the military anymore when they get out. Once you're a veteran, you're always a veteran. Once you're a cop, if you retire, you remain a cop. I'm going to always be Lieutenant Harris. You're going to always be sergeant, captain, inspector, whatever your rank was, chief. You'll always be officer, and it becomes a part of your life. I remember one day that was Amazon going into my garage. I remember one day there was a call for entry in progress. Now, what that means is that someone's breaking into a house, right? Subject is seen going into the inside of the house, and he's in the house. So now we're like, okay, so what's going on here? Is somebody breaking into the house or not? What's going on? So then one of the things we did is we get to the house, we park down the street, we walk up the street, and as we walk up the street, we see the guy climbing out of the house. And as he's climbing out of the house, I'm thinking to myself, why is this guy climbing out of the window? And we see him climbing out of the window, and we're looking at him, and you know, we're thinking, okay, this isn't right. So what do we do? What do we do, right? We get him at gunpoint. We get him and we say, hey, let me see your hands. And the guy looks at us and he puts his hands up. And so when he puts his hands up, you know, I tell him, I said, you know, you need to, you need to, you know, stop walking. And he doesn't respond. And I'm thinking, what's wrong with this guy? And you can see he's kind of, you know, like scared. And I said, hey, let me see your hands. And he puts his hands all the way up. And when he puts his hands all the way up, he looks. And then he reaches inside the front of his pants. And so now we're screaming and hollering and let me see your hands, let me see your hands, what are you doing? And my partner is standing next to each other. And, you know, there's a tactical thing you do to make sure everybody is safe, right? So we're doing that. And that's when the guy starts to pull his hand out. And I remember putting my finger, sliding it off the side of the weapon into the trigger guard, and I'm about to pull the trigger. And my finger is on the trigger. And my partner reaches over and taps my hand. And I look at him and I look back at the guy, and the guy's pulling out a colostomy. Like, he literally, and that's when I saw the armband. You know how when you go to the hospital and you put the little plastic thing? And I don't understand why they put those plastic things on, because those are the hardest things to get off. If you don't have scissors, those things are like, it's crazy, which is good, I guess. And that's when I see the hospital band, because I had gotten what's called tunnel vision. When you're under stress, the blood leaves your extremities, your hands, your feet, your legs, your arms, your brain, and goes to the vital organs because it's afraid something might happen, so it wants to make sure you're safe. So all the blood rushes to the center of your body. Now, the problem was that's what I had. So when I had tunnel vision, all I could see was his hands reaching inside his pants in the front. Now, that's where people pull guns from. And I thought I might have to shoot the guy. What he was trying to show me is that he had already been shot. He had just got out of the hospital, and he spoke zero English. He only spoke Spanish. And I thought about that for a long time after that. So I almost killed this guy. And unfortunately, based on the circumstances, it would have been justified. Police are allowed to go one level higher than a person who's a threat. So if I think you're having a gun and you're reaching for it, the law says I get to defend myself. And if you happen to not have a gun or have a knife or have nothing, I still defended myself. And that stuck with me for years. But ongoing training allowed me to process that, where I didn't have to live with it because, one, I didn't do it. Two, it taught me I can't go to the other side and panic, and then just because somebody reaches in their pants, doesn't mean they have a gun and don't defend myself. One night we got sent to a call. Me and my partner, I was on field training. We went. It's at night, working midnight to 8. I remember squad area 61 at the time. Now 61, I don't know what the squad area is. They got 4 digits now. And as I'm going, everything's fine. We take the call. We're walking back to the car, and I get back to the car, and there's a bullet hole in the windshield where I would have been sitting in the passenger side. Now, think about all the things that day had to have happened in someone else's house, at someone else's location, that caused me to get called and me to work that squad, to get assigned to it, to go to that call, to go inside at the time somebody put a bullet in the windshield. Think about that. Interesting. Oh, and by the way, me and glass, we don't have a good relationship. I talked about that where me and my partner fell through a plate glass window and all that stuff. One day I'm backing out of the police administration building, still on field training, and that's where all that stuff happens, right? You know, you're on field training and you're a new cop and you're incompetent and you do dumb stuff. I backed the squad out, and if you've ever been in the police administration building down in the basement where you park a car, there are pillars everywhere. There are pillars everywhere, and they're huge, and the squad car barely fits. And I'm backing the car out. And as I back the car out, I look over my right shoulder to look through the back, not knowing my left driver's side mirror is bending. And you know, mirrors move, right? It bent all the way back, and I heard and I was like, what was that? And I turned around, but I was still rolling, and it went pop. And I had mirror glass in little fine grains all over my hair, all over my face, all over my eyes. And as it happens, my field training officer, she gets in the car and she looks at me and goes, oh my God. Now that scares the living crap out of me, right? But what happens to your body when you're under stress? What happens to your body when something flips by? You ever had a fly near your face? What's the first thing you did? Boop, you closed your eyes. So when it popped, my eyes closed. The problem was I couldn't open them. So they had to call the fire department. Then they had to call the sergeant. Then they had to call the shift commander. Then they had to call. So all these people get the night inspector. So all these people get notified that some dumb rookie cop with a couple weeks on the job is sitting down in the police administration building with mirror glass all over his eyes, and we have to call the fire department because if we can't get it out, he's going to be blind. Because now I got fine grains of glass all over my face. And I'm thinking to myself, so I went through a 6-month academy to go through all this stuff and fight people and learn how to fight and get beat up in the academy and learn how to shoot and do all this stuff to get taken out by a side view mirror. I was like, this is ridiculous. And so they called the fire department. Now, I don't know if you know, the fire department and the police department get along great. Outside of the police department and fire department talks about cops talk about firefighters. But together, you can't mess with us. And you can't talk about the fire department. I can complain about the fire department, but you can't complain about the fire department because they're our brothers in public service. Got it? Or sisters. Got it? Okay. So they show up and they have to get this little, I don't know what it was, and they're wiping the glass off my head. And it takes about 40 minutes because they got to be really careful. So they got to wipe it off, but if they wipe too hard, it'll cut into my skin, around my eyes and eyelashes. And he tells me, do not blink. And I said, why? He said, because there's glass laying on the top of your eyelash, and if you blink, it's going to slit your eyes. I was like, wow. Now, I don't know if he was like gassing me up or something, or if he's I don't know what it is, but he just, yeah. And so they finally do it. They get it off my face. And I'm thinking to myself, is this the job I really want? That you don't have to worry about all the bad things that can happen. You do stupid stuff yourself. Well, yeah, you do stupid stuff yourself. And between that and car crashes and kids dying and babies dying and adults dying and all that stuff, you still deal with it every single day. And just like today, they'll go on and on and on, and they'll go through the funeral process. If you're watching on TV, they'll go through all the things you have to do. And tonight, this afternoon, a shift just started at 4 o'clock. Another one's going to start at midnight. Another one will start at 7 o'clock. And life will go on. Thank God that's how life is wired. Life goes on. And the further you get away from the event, the better it becomes. The further away you get away from tragedy, you remember all the good things. Now, interspersed with that, I had a great time. The best decision I ever made was to become a law enforcement officer. Just like if I'm standing in front of my wife, I say the best decision I ever made is to get married. Right? Because, you get yourself in trouble. But it's one of those things that you always remember. The shootings and the taking people into custody, the fights, all that quote-unquote negative stuff that we got sent to do. You remember it. But over time, it fades. And so I got up this morning. I go in. I think to Starbucks. Yeah, went to Starbucks, got something, got some coffee. I usually get some water and, got one of those bacon, egg, and cheese wrap things. And, I cheated and fell off the wagon because it's Friday. I have sweets on Friday and had some coffee cake. It was great. Sipping it with my coffee. Everything was great. And so I have a meeting today at Good Karma Brands at 12:30. And so I say, you know what? It's about 11:45. Everything's starting. People are going into the funeral. I think I'm going to just go and head downtown. And so I hop on the expressway and I'm heading downtown because all these actions can trigger you, right? Every law enforcement officer retires with some level of post-traumatic stress disorder. It could be something simple. It could be something significant. But by and large, that's what generates when you do the job. And I'm driving. And I was fine. And it was a little cool outside. And I love natural air. So I rolled down my windows and everything was going great. And I'm driving and then I heard a sound. And I was fine until I heard the sound. You know what the sound was? It wasn't a car. It wasn't a gunshot. You get used to it. It wasn't a firecracker. It wasn't a truck. It wasn't brakes screeching before an accident happened. It was a helicopter. And if you've ever been to a funeral, if you've ever been to a place nearby where there's a police or firefighter funeral going on, the one thing you have nearby is a helicopter. And I hadn't thought about Officer Corder. I hadn't thought about all the drama. I hadn't thought about 29 years of fun and struggle and fights and bullets and firearms training and driving. I hadn't thought about any of that for a couple days. Not since Wednesday. Hadn't thought about it, hadn't talked about it until I heard the helicopter. And that's what reminded me what the day was. That helicopter hovering over the crowd, the mass of officers honoring Officer Kendall Corder. Reminding me of those things. I hope no one ever has to do that for me. I hope no one ever has to drape my coffin with a flag. I hope there's not a processional that takes me to the morgue, to the hospital, and then the morgue, and then the funeral home, and then to church, and then laid to rest. But there it was, the reminder. I thought about how I was going to find myself today. What kind of day is it going to be? I thought it was going to be a pop-off day. But now when I look in the mirror, I just find myself in one state. Triggered.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 101.7 The Truth. Truth Nation, are you looking for a fun opportunity to showcase your clothing line, restaurant, nonprofit organization, food truck, or small business? Well, look no further than doing it at our Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School. We are currently accepting vendor applications for our festival. You don't want to miss out on this great opportunity to promote your business and be part of all the fun. To be a vendor at Truth Family Fest, visit truthfamilyfest.com and sign up today.
What's poppin', Truth Nation? It's your girl Noni Juice from my friends at Steinhafels. And right now, it's Black Friday in July at Steinhafels, where the deals are hotter than ever. Save 10% store-wide, plus get amazing specials like a beauty sleep mattress for just $3.99 and discover brand new arrivals, including solid wood panel beds and made-in-America dining tables. And don't forget, Steinhafels makes shopping easier with 18-month, 0% interest financing. Steinhafels, Wisconsin's #1 furniture and mattress destination. Shop in-store or at steinhafels.com.
Escape the city and relax at Lake Lawn Resort in beautiful Delavan, Wisconsin. Enjoy outdoor activities on Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course or unwind at the award-winning Calidora Spa. With both indoor and outdoor pools, there's fun for the whole family. Take a cruise on the Lake Lawn Queen. Explore stunning shores and historic landmarks. And enjoy delicious food and drinks on board. Book your stay today at lakelawnresort.com, where everything is better at the lake.
I've got to share that I am also a beneficiary of the Old National Bank Empowerment Loan Program. So, Tracy, with that being said, what is the Empowerment Loan Program?
Great. Well, the Empowerment Loan Program is a special purpose loan program that we launched 2 years ago. It has been a success. It was something, again, near and dear to the heart of not only our chairman and CEO, but just our organization as a whole. We work with contractors, consulting firms, retail food operations, daycares. In fact, so far, we've approved $50 million of loans to minority and women-owned businesses within a 2-year period.
And for those that are now leaning more into this conversation, what's the best way to get in contact with you as part of their interest in the Empowerment Loan Program?
I'm going to give you my cell phone number to the listeners. It's 414-687-7393. And if that doesn't work, feel free to reach me at my email, tracy.meeks@oldnational.com.
Tracy Meeks, Senior Vice President, Community Lending Market Executive from Old National Bank.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
So, you're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris, 833-212-1017, the number. Hey, Truth Nation, now's your chance. Nah, I'm going to do that later. I'll do that at the end of my top 5 at 5, like I normally. Just one of them things. I'm trying to find stuff to pop off about. I guess I'm going to have to pop off about the YouTube chat because y'all tripping. Y'all be tripping. Let me see. Miles here. He done showed up finally. Thank you, SC. Appreciate you. Good afternoon, Dr. Ken and all live chatters on the chat. Love God said, bless everyone from Arkansas. Please hear me out, man. Okay. So here's my issue. Here's my. I'm not trying to be mean, and I'm not trying to be insensitive. Somebody put that they're in Arkansas and they ran out of gas hours ago. They called the police and road assistance, no help. I can't see the police not helping you if you're on the side of the road running out of gas. They said they have no family left and that all they need is $12 to make it home. And they're praying for a miracle. So watch this. They didn't say where they were. They didn't say what their PayPal account was. They didn't say anything, right? It's a scam. It's a definite scam. It's a scam. With the fake picture, black and white picture, it says, love God. Come on. Come on. Don't worry about it. I blocked them. 833-212-1017 is the number. Come on. Come on. Not even smart enough to say you local. I'm in Arkansas. So? 833-212-1017 is the number. I am so behind and so backwards today. I had a conversation with somebody this morning. They was tripping. No, it was a pretty good conversation. You know, some people aren't used to you having the personality they have. So then when you, quote unquote, as young folks say, when you match their energy, they don't like that. They question everything you say and do. To which I reminded them, why do I care what you think? Like, I'm not really understanding what are we doing here? But no, we had a really good conversation. We had a great time earlier today, hung out, had a cup of coffee with some friends. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Nothing's really making me mad today. I think the funeral service is kind of chilling me out today. Now, you and I both know that's going to probably last about 30 seconds, but but I'm kind of chill today. You got any questions? You know what? I'm open today. Like I'm in that space where if you had a question, you could just ask me, and I would just be like, "Oh, so and so," right? Now, I also know that that's dangerous because I might just speak freely, then get myself in trouble, then be looking for a job on Monday. But you know. But it's just one of those things. By the way, don't forget, tomorrow is the Truth Walk Against Violence led by Tori Lowe, 9 to 12. We're walking from Victory Over Violence Park down MOK to our studio here at 3rd Street Market. I'm going to do my absolute very best to make it on tomorrow. Bring an umbrella. It gonna rain. Want to also say thanks to the support by 1MKE. We are 1MKE. Also want to say thank you to food sponsor Cousin Subs, Better Bread, Better Subs, Cousin Subs. So, yeah, we're going to be there tomorrow. TruthWalkAgainstViolence.com if you want to. TruthWalkAgainstViolence, all one word, .com if you want to still sign up and show out tomorrow. So, don't you hate those phrases people use? Show up and show out. Like, shut up. God. Or, you know the one that just burns me? What used to burn me was thrive. Thrive through. Thrive. We're thriving. Oh, be quiet. What do you mean by thriving? Explain to me what you mean by thriving. What does that mean? Like when we name stuff after the pop culture thing, yeah. Later, yeah, you're going to be called that 30 years from now. People are going to be like, that sounds so old. And that's, stuff like that. Lean in. That has got to be the dumbest phrase I've ever heard in my entire life. I got a lot of dumb phrases I've ever heard in my entire life. You got to lean in. Shut up. Oops, I'm popping off today. I'm popping off. Who that? Who that? I'm sorry, I'm talking like I'm in New Orleans. 833-212-1017 is the number. Did you know today? What'd I do that for? Okay, hang on. Let me get back on the chat, see what y'all talking about, because y'all be tripping. Y'all got me triggered today. I'm saying. Wait. Kawanda, what you mean we used to? I mean we used to. Anyway. Anyway. Everybody's happy that person got blocked because I don't know what that was about. I have no idea what that was about. None at all. 833-212-1017 is the number. Al, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
I know it's Pop-Off Friday. My Pop-Off Friday is can some of these people who live in the inner cities who want to fight up and down the street all day and throw half-pint bottles and the Coke 45 bottles and the JJ Fish chicken bags, can y'all please move the White Fish bag or River Hills? Because I'm tired of picking up after you.
Yeah.
That's my Pop-Off Friday. It's very irritating, and I know people have their issues, but can y'all just go somewhere else with that? Go to another zip code or another neighborhood, and you can park on the front lawn, you can speed down the street, you can tear down somebody else's community. Could you just move and give everybody peace? That's my Pop-Off Friday, and everybody have a great weekend.
You too.
Bye-bye.
All right. If you got to pop off, 833-212-1017 is be nice when you pop off. Like no profanity and all that, and But I get it. I got a person that parks in front of my house every night, eats and throws the wrapper, the food container, everything, the plastic bottle out of the window, and it's sitting there every morning. And I move it every morning. So now I need to put a camera on the front of my house that shows somebody dumping stuff in front of my house. What's up, Curly Q? And so I gotta get them on tape and then call the police and say, here's the person, here's the car, here's the plate. Go get them. Because you get tired. And if you live in a decent neighborhood, they come to your neighborhood and throw trash. It's almost like you have something I want, I don't have it, so I'm going to trash yours because I don't have it. And I don't understand that. When we come back, I want to talk about, maybe I'll just ask the chat. I don't want to ask Glenn, because if I ask Glenn, he going to say yes or he going to say no. I don't know. It's like a 50-50 chance. It's not like a 60-40 chance he'll know it or not know it. It's like a 50-50 chance he'll know it. I would put it at 75 only because I know he's from the Northeast. And so when I ask him, he's going to say, yeah, I've heard of it. But then if he says I haven't heard of it, I'm going to have to hold my peace and not go after him. Because it's Black history. Not everybody knows Black history. Not everybody was taught Black history. Not everybody was shared. Not everyone had shared with them the important things about Black history. There are certain linchpins, certain points in Black history. If you Black, you better know it. When we come back, I'm going to ask. Is it okay to ask you, Glenn? Elliot, I'm going to ask both of y'all.
You can ask me.
Dude was like, ask him. Okay. All right, when we come back, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to ask you a question about Black history. And I'm going to wait a little bit to have some people in the YouTube chat answer. You only got about 10 seconds to answer yes or no. Because that way you won't go look it up. Oh, yeah, no, but nah. We're not going to do that. And now with 101.7 The Truth Traffic, here's Debbie Lazica.
Northbound on 4394, just north of the Mitchell Interchange, we have a crash. The left lane is blocked with this, backing things up into the Mitchell Interchange. Beyond that, more delays from just south of Oklahoma Avenue all the way up to about Lincoln. Southbound 43, an earlier accident at Locust has been cleared, but we do have big delays through that area, basically starting from Silver Spring all the way down to Locust. More delays through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge down to the KK River. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight, chance of showers and storms, mostly cloudy with a low of 70. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, warm and humid. Scattered showers and storms, a possible high of 84. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Laziga on 101.7 The Truth.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
For over 50 years, Cousin Subs has celebrated and embraced the traditions of their home state of Wisconsin. And now, Cousins will be honoring a Wisconsin tradition like no other with their pull tab giveaway promo. Now through July 6th, while supplies last, guests will receive a Cousins pull tab with a sub or sub-inable purchase for a chance to win Cousin Subs for a year and much more. For additional info and official rules, visit cousinsubs.com/pull tabs. One pull tab per customer per transaction per day. To receive a pull tab with no purchase necessary, see official rules.
Want to help build a better Milwaukee? 1MKE is a nonpartisan coalition of over 100 community partners, making it easier to plug into what matters. From local services that can save you time and money, to events that build community, to voting resources to ensure your voice is heard. Whether you're new to civic engagement or ready to level up your impact, there's a place for you with 1MKE. Learn more, get involved, and take their community feedback survey at 1mke.org. We are 1MKE.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Brewers are back tonight after a well-deserved rest day, and they're riding high, sweeping the Dodgers in 3 straight earlier this week.
Yates brings home the pitch. And a ground ball through the left side, into left field for a base hit. Frelick trots home, and Jackson Churio has walked off the Dodgers here this afternoon in Milwaukee.
The dominant performance pushed their momentum into tonight's opener as they begin a 3-game home series against the Washington Nationals. The Brewers sit at 53-40 on the year. Jemary Bouye sank a buzzer beater Thursday night to give Milwaukee Bucks a 90-89 comeback win in Summer League. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. You know, I like songs like this because it's where you played your air bass or air piano or air guitar. Yep. You didn't get the one with the words?
It is the one with the words.
All right, I'm just checking. You got the actual version, like the real version, not the radio play version. There's the sax. Yeah. So, do people listen to lyrics?
I would say yes. I don't see why you wouldn't consume what the person's trying to say.
This part here. And so, as you get older, you go back and listen to songs and you hear the innuendo. All right? 833-212-1017 is the number. Do you know what? I'm asking you a question because I said I was going to ask you a question when we came back from the break. I was going to ask you. Do you know what the Niagara movement was?
I'm going to say no.
What? I'm done. I'm going home, y'all. This is the ultimate pop-off. I'm literally doing a pop walk-off. Done. Are you kidding me? What are they teaching you in New York school? Did they teach y'all black history in New York school? You don't know what it is either?
I went to private school in Georgia. And Boston.
If you went to private school in Georgia, there's no excuse. You're in the South.
You said the Niagara movement. That's East. That's East Coast.
You're missing the point. It's black history. Doesn't matter where it happened. That's like saying Brown versus the Board of Education, Topeka, Kansas ain't important in Wisconsin because it happened in Kansas. What? No, I'm just giving him trouble because he kind of played into it. He knew it. He just played it. So the Niagara Movement was a civil rights organization formed in 1905 that advocated for immediate and full civil and political rights for African Americans, led by W.B. Du Bois and William Monroe Trotter. It serves as a precursor to an organization we know today as the NAACP. So one of the things they had to do, because they were dissatisfied with the slow racial progress and the accommodationist appeal and approach of Booker T. Washington. Well, we'll just wait for them to give it to us and then they give it to us. No, dude. So they started the Niagara Movement. But because they were fearful of things that were going on in America, they met in Niagara Falls, Ontario, in Canada. And then, of course, everybody decided that they had, had their way, and this is the way it should be. You know how it happens when you get a group of people together, and then everybody's in a group and they're in agreement, and then they start getting selfish. Well, the movement's Declaration of Principles called for an end to segregation and the full enjoyment of citizenship rights. They engaged in public protests, sponsored legal challenges to Jim Crow laws, and used publications to voice their concerns. Here's my issue. It dissolved in 1910 due to financial and internal issues. Then they got tired of it. Du Bois then joined the newly formed NAACP and became the editor of their now, if I believe, the Sphinx magazine with Alpha Phi Alpha is the second longest magazine, black magazine running. I think the first longest magazine running is The Crisis. It's The Crisis from the NAACP. So I thought that was pretty cool. You did not know what the Niagara movement was? We're going to have to touch. We can't wait. We cannot wait until February to talk about Black history. We're going to have to do it. I'm going to have a Black History Day. I'm going to have a Black History Day once a week where we talk about things people need to understand. Do I need to go through each year? Do I need to go through a decade? I don't know. But maybe between now and the end of the year, once, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I think I should just go by my gut. But that is something, and it's not your fault. I think it's something that every Black person should know about, the Niagara movement. I don't get it. I mean, I get it. Dimitri said the Niagara movement has something to do with civil rights for Blacks. And I'm assuming Dimitri's not Black. We ain't got to go to break. I'm too busy talking about you. I cannot believe. Oh, my gosh. Help me.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hi, I'm Theo, and I'm a proud Riverside University High School Tiger. As a rising junior, I'm excited to get involved in the many opportunities that RUHS offers, like sports, clubs, and advanced placement classes. But what I love most about Riverside are all of the chances to grow and build relationships with classmates. Riverside is one of the most welcoming high schools in the city. On Saturday, August 23rd, from 11 to 3, come and join us for the Truth Family Fest. We'll have entertainment, food trucks, and vendors. See you there.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella Experience. The Pella Experience Center in Brookfield lets you see, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of windows and door options from 7 different Pella lines side by side. A friendly expert can go over Pella's endless possibilities for all price ranges, from colors to hardware to custom designs, ensuring you get the best possible look for your home. Pella truly believes that quality windows and doors don't have to be expensive. With a range of affordable options and products assembled in the U.S., you get the look you want at a price you can afford. Stop by soon, because if you order by July 31st, you can get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Certain restrictions apply. Visit the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield. It's off Blue Mound Road, kitty corner to Cops, or schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Escape the city and relax at Lake Lawn Resort in beautiful Delavan, Wisconsin. Enjoy outdoor activities on Delavan Lake. Tee off at the Lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course, or unwind at the award-winning Calidora Spa. With both indoor and outdoor pools, there's fun for the whole family. Take a cruise on the Lake Lawn Queen. Explore stunning shores and historic landmarks, and enjoy delicious food and drinks on board. Book your stay today at lakelawnresort.com, where everything is better at the lake.
Adrian was seriously injured when a careless driver merged into her lane.
Gruber was there for everything that I needed. Any questions that I had, Gruber was there. They made me feel like everything about my situation and my accident was very important to them, and that made me feel good. And I would definitely call Gruber again for that.
Serving Wisconsin for over 35 years, Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They go above and beyond for their clients.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris, 833-212. I'm just being silly because it's Friday. I was telling somebody the other day, I said, live radio is fun because there's no such thing as a mistake. Like there isn't. Other than like the only thing you really have to do is play commercials. Like after that, nothing is, the music didn't play, or this printed, or the microphone wasn't on. That's called live. That's just live. It's just great. And people get mad. You're not mad? No. Why do they get mad? Like, that's fun. 833-212-1017 is the number. Top 5 at 5 up next.
Truth Nation. Unfortunately, violence is on the rise in Milwaukee, and this is a problem which impacts us all. Please join me and the Truth team on Saturday, July 12th from 9 a.m. to noon for our 3rd annual Walk Against Violence, supported by 1MKE. Enough is enough. Now it's time to bring an end to senseless violence in our community. To join our Walk Against Violence on Saturday, July 12th, visit truthwalkagainstviolence.com to sign up today.
Tune into the award-winning 1017 The Truth's Community Spotlight this Wednesday at 3:57 p.m. between The Tori Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I will be joined by Anna Simpson, CEO of Girl Scouts of Wisconsin Southeast, where we will discuss how Girl Scouts provides your children with an opportunity to build their confidence, learn great skills, get hands-on experiences, and make new friends. So again, tune into the Community Spotlight with Girl Scouts of Wisconsin Southeast this Wednesday at 3:57 p.m. right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Pollution from trucks is a public health crisis. Diesel-burning trucks belch dangerous levels of pollution, and communities living near ports and along freight corridors breathe especially high levels of this dirty air. But this crisis has a solution. My name is Sasan Sadat, and I work for Earth Justice. I'm working to clean up our air quality, particularly for communities that bear the burden of diesel pollution. For the sake of our lungs, our health, and our climate, the future of trucking in this country has got to be zero emissions. Until then, I will never rest.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Earth Justice is fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. If clean air matters to you, visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
Mama, what does the chicken say?
Chicken. Oh, okay.
When the wolf?
Oh, a wolf.
Ooh! What about the tiny dog? Cat? Owl? Dolphin? What does the turkey say? Whale?
Whale sound.
Do the giraffe.
Giraffe, really? Okay. Giraffe. Giraffe.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right.
Visit NHTSA.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Getting hired in Milwaukee. The city is hosting multiple job fairs this year to help members of the community get hired. Workforce Outreach Specialist Jason Thompson says this.
The most rewarding part is when I actually hear people tell us that they appreciate us being here and when they ask us to do more. It dispels the myth that, first of all, people in Milwaukee don't want to work, right? That's a typical mythology. But then it also dispels the myth that employers are afraid to come into the city and connect with people.
The next job fair will be on July 24th at Sherman and Washington Parks. A Milwaukee woman is charged with stealing from a grocery store and making bomb threats. 49-year-old Andrea Cloud Jones faces 2 felonies for taking items from the Pick and Save near 84th and Blue Mound on the 4th of July. The store manager found her putting food and alcohol in her bag, then trying to walk out without paying. When confronted, Cloud Jones said she was an FBI agent and had placed a bomb in the store. She was later arrested at a nearby Starbucks. The bureau director of the Wisconsin State Patrol and his wife are dead after a shooting in their home. David and Teresa Papps were found dead in their Middletown home Tuesday by a family member. Authorities say their son, James Patz, shot the two and then fled the scene. Papps' car was later spotted near Viroqua in Vernon County. Law enforcement approached the car and determined Papps had died by suicide. The Dane County Executive's office says the gun used in the shooting was legally purchased. Fallen Milwaukee police officer Kendall Corder will be laid to rest today. Following a celebration of life and funeral at Elmbrook Church in Brookfield, a procession will bring Corder to his final resting place at Wisconsin Memorial Park. The public is welcome to watch the funeral procession this afternoon, running along Barker Road and Capitol Drive in Brookfield. The burial will be a private ceremony. This has been your news update. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and the Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I am your host, Dr. Ken Harris. This message is AI generated. If you are listening today, your black card has been revoked. If you don't know what the Niagara movement is, your black card has been revoked. What would you, couple questions before I get to my top 5 and 5. What would you do to revoke someone? Like, what would someone else have to do in order to revoke their black card, that you revoke their black card? Like, what would make you go, hey, dude, you're not black. You're not black. Like, what would a person have to do? Another question. What is your air instrument? Is it singing? Is it a guitar? Is it a bass? Is it a piano? What is your air instrument? All right? 833-212-1017. Hit me on the talking text. Hit me on the YouTube chat. I want to know. By the way, you can move. You can it's Friday. You can stream and watch us live on YouTube and at 1017thetruth.com. Just make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, and then you will never miss a minute of the show. That's what everybody on the YouTube chat do. They just hit it, and you see all the people. Let me breeze through this. Ann said, what originally brought you to Milwaukee, Dr. Ken? Working in law enforcement. I took the test on my birthday in 1992, and by the time my birthday came in 1993, me, family, everybody had moved to Milwaukee and been here ever since. So, yeah. Yep. Absolutely. For the first month, I drove back and forth to the academy for like a month. Every day I drove an hour and a half here and an hour and a half back. But, you know, when you're young and restless, that's the wrong word. Young and reckless, that's what you do. You do stuff like that. So I'm just saying. So it was pretty cool. So let me see. By the way, people only listen to song or songs for the beat. That's not true. Go away. Especially with hip hop and even R&B from the 90s. Nope. I like the words. That's just me. But when I listen to Shame by Evelyn Champagne King, I listen to the lyrics as well as the beat or tempo. Why? Dimitri said, Dr. Harris, I am black or African American, believe it or not. No, I'm just teasing. It's Friday. Lighten up. So are you black or are you African American? Which one are you? Is your family descendant from slaves? That makes you African American. If you're from Africa, you're black. That's just me. I'm just causing trouble. Demetri said, I'm familiar with the Niagara movement through a good friend of mine, believe it or not. If you're black, Demetri, why don't you know about that? Man, I'm done with you. Tanya said, evening, Dr. Harris. Today's segment name is Triggered. I'd like to know more about this. You need to listen to my opening, Tanya. Listen to the opening. Not really a city girl said drums and piano just a bit. So wait, so while you driving and listening to music, you be drumming? Well, whose hands are on the steering wheel? I guess we're going to have driverless cars in Milwaukee. That would not work. That would definitely. So when the car gets into a crash and you look on the cameras that we install and there's nobody in the car, what you going to do?
Number 5.
Well, believe it or not, Milwaukee crime rate. We have an update. From CBS58.com, a 4-year-old is dead following a shooting on Milwaukee's northwest side last night. Police say it happened at 75th and Northridge Lakes Boulevard near Glenbrook apartment homes. Police say 2 people have been arrested, a 35-year-old man and a 33-year-old woman. Anyone with information about this shooting is urged to contact the police at 414-935-7350. Okay, I lied. I got another question. Why are Republicans so spiteful?
Number 4.
So, I don't understand. Wisconsin Republican lawmakers are circulating a bill that would require judges to be suspended without pay while charges are pending in cases of judicial misconduct. The bill, authored by Senator Corey Tomczyk of Mosinee and Representative Shay Sortwell of Two Rivers and Tyler August of Walworth was drafted after Wisconsin Supreme Court suspended Milwaukee County Circuit Judge Hannah Dugan on April 29th because she was charged with obstruction of a federal agency and concealing a person to help him avoid arrest. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. If you have not been convicted, you should not lose your job. Being charged means absolutely nothing. Being suspended means absolutely nothing. Officers are suspended every day. And then they find out nothing happened. So they should lose their pay. That's just spiteful. And you know, Republicans lately, you've been doing some spiteful, dumb stuff. That's one of them. Mosinee, Two Rivers, and Walworth County. Need I say more? And by the way, I read a story. I got to say it. Congresswoman Moore, she's right on this one.
Number 3.
So, United States Representative Gwen Moore is urging immigration agencies to protect from deportation people who've applied for visas as victims of crime and trafficking. It makes sense. Moore, a Democrat, signed onto a letter addressed to Kristi Noem, the Secretary of Homeland Security, and Todd Lyons, Acting Director of U.S. Immigration and Custom Enforcement, ICE. 11 other congressional Democrats were with Moore. They expressed their deep concern about ICE arresting victims of crime who have already applied or are eligible for immigration relief, including T and U visas. And they asked that T and U visa applicants currently in ICE detention be released. So that makes no sense. If you're a victim, now, if you have a T visa or a U visa and you committed a crime, you should not be released. But if you are a victim of human trafficking, or if you're the victim of a crime in another country and you are seeking asylum and you came here and they gave you a visa, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Because next week, I'm going to dive into portions of the 14th Amendment that apply to black people. But because we were not considered citizens and we were slaves, does the 14th Amendment apply to us? And if that's the case, could the government throw us out? Because technically, our forefathers and mothers weren't born here. So that's something we got to look at. That's something that we definitely have to look at. Now, I know we want to keep pick and save here. You know what cops call pick and save? Have any idea what cops call pick and save? Anybody? We call it pick and steal. Because every time we get sent to pick and save, it was never, hey, we got some food for y'all. We thought y'all did a great job. Here's some food. No, it was never that. Hey, we got a person here that came in and bought some stuff and y'all need to pick it up so they can feed you. No, never that. You know what it was? Yeah. Take the retail theft. Take the retail theft. So we nickname pick and save, pick and steal. That's not fair. That's not fair at all. But then again, I know we want to keep pick and save, but...
Number 2.
A Milwaukee woman, so says CBS 58, has been charged after police says she what? Made a bomb threat and stole stuff from Pick and Save on Blue Mountain Road. Police arrested Andrea Mary Cloud Jones after officers said she threatened store employees and claimed a bomb had been planted following an attempted theft on the 4th of July. A criminal complaint says that Cloud Jones was seen putting a container with mixed fruit, crab legs, a 10-pack of mini Fireball whiskey bottles, pomegranate juice, and Mountain Dew into her purse. Okay, can I raise my hand? Ooh, I got a question. What kind of purse are you carrying? Ladies, is that like a never full purse from Louis Vuitton? Her mugshot look. Okay, first of all, that's mean. Number one, that's an ugly mugshot. Number two, that mugshot makes her look like she did it? What is that about? Yep, you look like you did it. Why? Because you black? No. If that's what we're using, well, you look like you did it. Come on. She's somebody's baby. Woo, she's somebody's. Store employees told officers they blocked Cloud Jones from leaving. I wouldn't have, prompting her to threaten to punch one worker claiming to be an FBI agent and said there was a bomb inside the store. Officers located her at a nearby Starbucks with the stolen items. She faces one charge of terrorist threats, causing a panic or fear, as well as robbery, and one threat of force, with a threat of force. You know they're not charging her on this. You know that, right? They can write an old girl a ticket and tell her, hey, there's the door. Come on. Woo! Okay, so somebody explain to me. Mixed fruit, crab legs, 10-pack of mini Fireball whiskey bottles, pomegranate juice, and a Mountain Dew. How that fit in a purse? Did you mean backpack? Purse. Wow. Interesting. She probably thought she wasn't going to get caught. And when she got caught, she lied. I got a bomb. Now, you know what's going to happen, right? Everybody and their mama going to be like, every time they get caught by the store employee, I got a bomb. And then they're going to have a real one and go, boom. Interesting.
Number 1.
This from WISN.com. You're now watching, if you are on any of our local TV stations, the funeral for Milwaukee police officer Kendall Corder. It was on June 26th. Investigators said a gunman ambushed Officer Corder and his partner, shooting both men near 24th and Garfield. Officer Chris McCrae was released from the hospital and is recovering at home, but Officer Corder died from his injuries. We've been watching the Elmbrook Church in Brookfield, who hosted the fallen officer's visitation from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m., and it's ending just now around 4:17. Right now, there'll be a processional to Wisconsin Memorial Park where Officer Corder will be laid to rest. The story says we're expecting 200 to 300 vehicles alone, and then each of those vehicles has 2 or 3 people in them. So this could be as many as 500 to 1,000 people, says Wisconsin Memorial Park President Garrett Ross. I can tell you right now by looking, there's literally well over 1,000 people because not everyone got into the funeral. And so take a moment today. If you get a chance this weekend, put out a flag, an American flag. Put out an African flag. Show some solidarity with other citizens in the city of Milwaukee. So there's going to be a processional, and Officer Corder will be laid to rest in a crypt and a private ceremony. The entombment is a gift from Wisconsin Memorial Park, which is part of the cemetery's public servant program. So 833-212-1017. Okay, I'm missing something. I got it. The number. All right, you ready? You ready? You ready?
One call, that's all.
Truth Nation, now is your chance to be our one call, that's all 5K giveaway entry for the day. Yes, you can be entered in to win $5,000 courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. Be caller number 5. Y'all know 5 is my favorite number. I don't even know why you asked. Be caller number 5 at 833-212-1017. You'll be entered in to win the $5,000 giveaway with the award-winning 1017 The Truth and Gruber Law Offices. So, again, that's caller number 5, 833-212-1017. It's the number. Remember, if you or your loved one has ever been injured in an accident, contact Gruber Law Offices today. Visit them at Gruber-Law, Gruber-Law.com. For official contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com. That's caller number 5 at 833-212-1017. 7.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Start jamming in the morning and get your daily drop of juice.
Juice gets you hydrated and started for your day. And that's what we plan to do from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Every single morning, we're going to be keeping you in the mix, talking about everything you care about all before 9 a.m.
So wipe that crust out your eyes and get ready for jamming with juice.
Turning your mornings into your favorite part of the day.
Get that steak breath out of here. Brush your teeth.
It's it, bro. Like, what? Catch Jammin' with Juice.
From 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Milwaukee.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years from their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee. Their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design.
Great impressions.
Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's 1017 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella Experience. The Pella Experience Center lets you see, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of windows and door options from 7 different Pella lines side by side. Stop by soon, because if you order by July 31st, you can get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Certain restrictions apply. Visit the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield or schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. There's a sense of pride, community, and work ethic that's second to none. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. We've been here and will continue to be here for as long as you need us. Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Tanya said, my black card is being revoked. Nobody said that. But since you ask, I'm just saying. Please don't tell Dr. Ken you're texting and driving. He'll go in about that. And then SC said, right time he'll start popping out. I don't know what Tanya talking about. I'm going to let that go. Tanya going off about something. I'm like, I don't know. So Ann said she was carrying a tote bag. Rule number 1, when you go into a store, a retail shopping store, and the bag is empty, the person is a thief. I don't care what nobody said. Oh, this is what I'm using to carry my grocery home with it. Well, then leave it over there in the cubby and put your name on it. And when you come and when we need to bag your groceries, we'll put your stuff in there. I don't think so. Maybe she just didn't have a lot. Did you see the mugshot? Whoo! Lord. My mama said if you can't say nothing good about anybody, don't say anything at all. So I'm not. Ann said, your opening segment today was very, very special. Thank you. I enjoyed hearing about your career in law enforcement. Well, thank you, Ann, but those are just little touches of what I touched on because some of it is, yeah. Some stuff you just can't get out of your brain. But I guess that's what I signed up for. You know, I mean, we can complain about stuff and we can, you know, complain about it, but in the end, it really doesn't matter. That's what I signed up for. And good came from it, had a wonderful time, made a decent salary, got a decent pension, all that, but there are negatives that come with it too. And I made the choice. I live with it. And every day, I'm going to hold it high. And now with 101.7 The Truth Traffic, here's Debbie Lazaga.
Northbound on 4394, just north of the Mitchell Interchange, we have a crash. The left lane is blocked with this, backing things up into the Mitchell Interchange. Beyond that, more delays from just south of Oklahoma Avenue all the way up to about Lincoln. Southbound 43, an earlier accident at Locust has been cleared, but we do have big delays through that area, basically starting from Silver Spring all the way down to Locust. More delays through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge down to the KK River. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, chance of showers and storms, mostly cloudy with a low of 70. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, warm and humid. Scattered showers and storms, a possible high of 84. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Escape the city and relax at Lake Lawn Resort in beautiful Delavan, Wisconsin. Enjoy outdoor activities on Delavan Lake. Tee off at the Lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course or unwind at the award-winning Calidora Spa. With both indoor and outdoor pools, there's fun for the whole family. Take a cruise on the Lake Lawn Queen. Explore stunning shores and historic landmarks. And enjoy delicious food and drinks on board. Book your stay today at lakelawnresort.com, where everything is better at the lake.
Hey everybody, it's Sherwin Hughes, and I got to tell you about one of my absolute favorite places in the city, Mr. B's Privileged Lounge, located on the northwest side of Milwaukee at 8617 West Brown Deer Road. Mr. B's is your go-to destination for comfort food, an incredible drink menu, and live music that keeps the vibes going all night long. So whether you're winding down or if you want to turn up, Mr. B's has the flavor, the energy, and the atmosphere you've been looking for. Mr. B's Privileged Lounge, privileged to serve.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Here is Tory Lowe with his truth.
It's official. July 5th is Tory Lowe Day in the city of Milwaukee and Milwaukee County. I am humbled to receive this proclamation from the mayor's office and the county executive's office. To me, this day represents life and purpose and being driven by passion to serve and empower others. It's about being unselfish and answering the call to help those in need and living life with intention. Despite challenges and obstacles, I remain focused on creating real change in my community, county, and state. This recognition isn't about me. It's about the collective efforts of those who supported me along the way. It's about the resilience and determination that defines my journey. As we celebrate this day, I want to leave you with a challenge. What will you do to create positive change in your community? Will you get out and volunteer, mentor, or simply be a support to a friend? Whatever it is, I urge you to take action. Together we can build a brighter future, one that's filled with hope, opportunity, and empowerment. I am honored to serve, and I'm grateful for this recognition. Let's continue to uplift and support one another, striving for a better tomorrow. So what does Tory Lowe Day mean to me? Let's make a difference together. Let's stay committed to our purpose and keep pushing forward even in the face of adversity. I'm excited to see the impact we can make, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve alongside such an amazing community. Now, my question is, what does Tory Lowe Day mean to you?
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Tory Lowe Show weekdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Brewers are back tonight after a well-deserved rest day, and they're riding high, sweeping the Dodgers in 3 straight earlier this week.
Yates brings home the pitch. And a ground ball through the left side, into left field for a base hit. Frelick trots home, and Jackson Churio has walked off the Dodgers here this afternoon in Milwaukee.
The dominant performance pushed their momentum into tonight's opener as they begin a 3-game home series against the Washington Nationals. The Brewers sit at 53-40 on the year. Jamari Bouye sank a buzzer beater Thursday night to give Milwaukee Bucks a 90-89 comeback win in Summer League. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella Experience. The Pella Experience Center in Brookfield, that's where we were yesterday, lets you see and compare dozens of windows and door options, and you're going to have a great time. You can schedule your in-home consultation right now. You have 0% interest for up to 5 years. Certain restrictions apply. Go to PellaWI.com. That's PellaWI.com. 833-212-1017 is the number. Sherwin Hughes was supposed to call me, and I'm waiting on him. And so I'm supposed to read this, so I just got to read it. But since it's Pop-Off Friday, I may as well read it the way that it's written. Hey, Truth Nation! You know, like you're watching Saturday Night Live. It's a big weekend coming for 1017 The Truth. And kicking off the weekend tonight is our second annual Beyond the Mic. So, do I do it in regular American English or do I do it in Ebonics? American English is Beyond the Mic. Black English is Beyond the Mic. So TH becomes D, ER becomes A, All right. Happy hour social mixes from 5 to 7. Mr. B's 8617. V, EEN, or anything with a V, you kind of skip. So if it's like more than 5 letters with a vowel in the middle, you just skip past it. So 17 becomes 17. Understand it? Okay. 8617 West Brown Deer Road in Milwaukee. They'll be having giveaway with big prizes. I don't really know what that is. What's a big prize? As opposed to a small prize, right? A prize is a prize. Brewers tickets, a Chula Vista resort experience. People don't even know where that is. They ain't been outside Milwaukee County. How they gonna go? No, I'm just kidding. Once again, that's the second annual. Okay. Is the first one the first annual? Or do you start with the second annual? Okay, I'm confused. Anyway, Beyond the Mic Happy Hour Social Mixer. So if it's happy hour, isn't it already a social mixer? So what's a happy hour social mixer? That's like a left shoe. Like, anyway, that's tonight until 7 o'clock at Mr. B's. All part of a big weekend, courtesy of the award-winning, because A becomes O in Ebonics, right? Not award, but award-winning 1017 The Truth. Okay. All right, I just had a flashback to the only black actor in the original Saturday Night Live, so I'm just saying. Curly Q said, do this. Okay, very good. All right. Not enough pieces yet. Okay. One more? Can I get one more? Okay. All right, I'm down to this. Can we? Can I get a little more? Nope, I can't tell that. All right. Okay. Yes, Garrett Morgan. I'm just having a great Friday. It's a great Friday. People walking past, people saying hello. It's a little chilly outside. Now, you can always tell because usually when I put my jacket on, it's cold because it's a radio station and you have equipment. And then you get cold, and then you put your jacket on, and then you get overheated, and then you take your jacket off, and then you put it on and off. I have not taken my jacket off the entire time I'm here. It's freezing. And you know whose fault it is? Let me see who's on the talking to. It's Tanya's fault. It's Tanya and Dimitri's fault. It's Dimitri's fault because he didn't know what Niagara movement was. And he said he black. See, I don't believe that. Black people know the Niagara. Now notice this, right? Everybody else on the talking text line didn't say a word. You know why? Because they're so young, they don't know what Niagara movement is either. They don't know. And so I think what I'm going to have to do is have a segment or two for the course of a week, or maybe an hour, and talk about Black history, talk about some certain very specific points and people and the pivotal things they did that got you what you have today. Now, that's just me, but I think it would be important. Seriously. We've been playing some pretty nice music today. Thank you. You've been doing all right. No, he's been doing excellent, by the way. But don't tell him because then his head will get big. I've been kind of wondering what's going on with your boy, and we're gonna dive into some of those things. But before we do, I think it's amazing that we are going to have Sherwin Hughes on the show. Hey, what's up, Sherwin? How's it going?
Well, good afternoon, Dr. Ken. That's the first time I ever heard you refer to me as amazing, so I'll take it. Thank you.
Here's that Mr. B's. So they wrote your promo in all caps, so I thought I'd read it like Garrett Morgan. I'm sorry, Garrett
You
Morris.
have to read it in all caps. If they gave you a promo in all caps, that means it's very important that folks that are listening get down to Mr. B's. We've got a great crowd here right now. We even have old 1017 The Truth teammates that have left and gone on to other things professionally. Even some of them are here to hang out at Mr. B's, enjoying some incredible drinks, wonderful food, and, of course, a jovial, happy atmosphere.
So now I got to drive up there now, right?
Doc, this ain't even far from where you live. You could just stop by on your way home and say hello.
You ain't got to tell everybody where I live. So what's the address?
Don't nobody know where you live, man.
8617.
8617 West Brown Deer Road. It's in a strip mall.
Okay.
Huge parking lot, plenty of parking. Music is going, drinks are flowing, everything is going wonderful at Mr. B's.
All right, I guess I'll see you in about 20 to 30 minutes.
We look forward to your arrival, sir.
All right, take care.
See you soon.
And so you heard it. Everybody's at Mr. B's. When we leaving and going to Mr. B's. It's supposed to be over 7 o'clock. You know it's not going to be over 7 o'clock, right? So we're going to be over at 7 o'clock. And you're going to be hanging out and doing stuff and all that. I'm going to stop through. Yeah, I got my shorts on. We're going to just step through. And if y'all got a problem with my legs, keep it to yourself. Well, no. Guys, keep it to yourself. Everybody else can, say what they want to say. Oh, your legs are cute. Or, oh, my God, your legs are terrible. All that stuff. So I got a question. By the way, I want to say thank you to Sherwin. We've got our second annual Beyond the Mic that's going on right now from 5 to 7 at Mr. B's, 8617 West Brown Deer Road. Come hang out and come check it out. So my question is this. And I guess I'll ask Glenn because I get to interrupt his working and ask him a question. Do you think Diddy going to jail?
I think he'll serve. I think he'll get a ton of, what was I saying? What's the word that I'm looking for?
Probation?
Yes. I think he'll get probably, I would say 5 to 10 years of probation.
Time served and all that stuff, right? Okay. So if let's say he goes to jail. Let's say he gets probation. Will his music survive?
I mean, I've still been playing it in the mornings, so I think there's still replay value.
Okay. But after he's convicted, will his music? Do you play R. Kelly?
I do.
Do you play Chris Brown after he smacked up Rihanna?
I mean, he's still in legal trouble, but I still do.
Okay. I don't play Chris Brown. I don't play R. Kelly. Just like I don't talk about that other tall dude that slapped Chris Rock. Even though I've forgiven him, I still, yeah. But we're all human. We all make mistakes. I just can't find any recent stuff that I like from Chris Brown. Most of R. Kelly stuff is cold. You got to admit, it's yeah. And I've known him for a good number of years, so.
I think Chris Brown has a lot of songs and albums that have a lot of replay value.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I don't.
Teach his own.
Absolutely. That's the first time he's ever said that. Because every time I say that when we get on the radio, he'd be like, well, that's dumb. You're dumb. You're an idiot. What's wrong with you, old man? And then he slaps me around and shoves me up against the wall and says, you look, I'm a football player. You better show some respect. I'm like, yes, sir. I'm like, yes, sir. I'm just saying. That's how he be treating me. I love being an elder.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, are you looking for a fun opportunity to showcase your clothing line, restaurant, nonprofit organization, food truck, or small business? Well, look no further than doing it at our Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School. We are currently accepting vendor applications for our festival, and you don't want to miss out on this great opportunity to promote your business and be part of all the fun. To be a vendor at Truth Family Fest, visit truthfamilyfest.com and sign up today.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. American Family Insurance can help protect your dream home for whatever comes next. You can live in your own oasis or your own clubhouse. Whatever you choose, get the right coverage. Save up to 23% by bundling home and auto. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Serious truck crash? Call Gruber Law Offices today.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Quanda Douche just threw tomatoes at me. Was you throwing tomatoes at me, Quanda? You didn't like my singing? Ann said, did you stop in at Cops last night? No, I did not. No, I did not. I should have, but I didn't. I didn't. Does that bother you when people make an extra vowel when there's an apostrophe? Like didn't, and they go didn't. I'm like, what is that? What is that? That's Ebonics, because we never say the NT, we only say the N. Didn't. And Glenn is shaking his head like he's shaking it. I don't know, like you going kind of like in a circle. You're saying like yes, but then it's a shame too. So.
No, because when you say that, I have memories. I have cousins who are from Baltimore and they talk exactly like that.
Yeah. I didn't. What? And people say you can't tell I'm from New York. I said something must be wrong with you. You can tell when you're from Boston too. It's like you can tell when you're from the middle from the Middle West. They just talk slow and steady. Well, I was thinking he'd be like, dude, will you hurry up? Get to the point. Quanda said the tomatoes were for him. He's a male Pisces, and it explains my love-hate relationship. I don't know what. She said, no, Sherwin. I'm not into astrology. Like, are you into astrology? I just never got into it. I used to fake people out and ask them what they were. And they would say, yep, that's me. And I said, no, it's not, because I read Virgo and you said you was a Pisces. Like I would find the opposite, like completely different from the person, read it, and they would think it's them. It's just generic. Now, I do understand that there's some things that you can learn and things that you can do and things that occur in the world, because I'm a Christian, I believe in God, that if God created the heavens and the earth, then there are some things that are connected, right? Here's the other thing that's connected. I will never be the one that's going to Mars. How long it take to get to Mars? Like a year? What? No. No. Like you would never even find out if something bad happened or something good happened for a year. And can you send the message back? No. Like, I wonder how far. You know what? I got Google sitting in front of me. I should just ask. How far? I'll ask somebody on the talking text. How far away is Mars? Like, how far? And how long would it take to travel going? Like, how fast could a spaceship go? I mean, I know how fast it goes getting out of the atmosphere, but Quanda said, have a good and safe night tonight and a peaceful walk tomorrow, everyone. Good night. You're not walking with us, Quanda? No, I'm just kidding. Are you home yet? That's what I want to know. I don't really care about other stuff. 4 months? No way. No way. Time to travel to Mars from Earth via rocket. How else you gonna get there? I'll walk. Okay, here's the deal. Who said that? Let me look up who said that. So not home till Monday. Okay. All right. Let me see. Let's see. My AI overview on Google. Do you like the AI overview on Google? And then it gives you the links with it, like when you search something?
I appreciate it. It gives me a lot more context than I would normally search for.
Yeah, okay. A trip to Mars by rocket currently takes 6 to 9 months using the most fuel-efficient trajectory, which is the Hohmann transfer. This assumes a launch when Earth and Mars are favorably aligned. The round trip, including stay on Mars, would be significantly longer. You'd have to stay there 3 years to circle back around to be close enough to get back between 6 and 9 months. Yeah. I got to put up with being on a radio show for 2 hours. You want me to be on a rocket for 9 months, stuck, using the bathroom? Like, do you like? Is there climate change in space? Because you got to throw all your waste out. Like, why would you store it? Unless you have a filter that you can then filter it into water and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And would you have to stop on the way? Hey, no, we got to get some gas. Where? Like, where would you get it? And if you run out of gas, how do you get home? Wow. Excuse me, and don't take no kids. Daddy, what? I got to use the bathroom. Like, what are we pulling over to? Hey, we're going to stop on Venus over here, go to the bathroom, and then we're going to get back on. Like, what? I tell you. You know what? It must be Friday. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Tori Lowe Show's coming up. Have a great weekend. See you at the walk tomorrow. I'll be a little late, but, look for me. See you also in Brown Deer in about, 20, 30 minutes, so you can hang out at Mr. B's and talk to everybody, producers, hosts, everybody. Glenn, thank you. Appreciate you, brother. Hey, y'all, God bless. Take care.
Be quiet.
I'm out.